big set, where them hands, where them holes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying? Cecil.
This is why I train in martial arts.
This is Heaven's Dojo number 2. These are two more martial artists who definitely had a big influence in my martial arts journey. And these are two more funerals I had to go to this year, so this is not going to be an easy one for me to do. And they're not done necessarily in order of near and dear to my heart, but Robert Allen Marshall Sr. was definitely near and dear to my heart. We all called him Bobby. Passed away at the age of 63. Says here he was from Fort Washington, Maryland. He was the son of Gloria M. Marshall and the late Overton Roscoe Amos Marshall. He attended Charles County Public Schools, and for the past 10 years, he had been retired from St. Elizabeth's Hospital, where his kind heart and sense of humor warmed the hearts of staffs and patients alike. Robert A. Marshall Sr. was loved by many. Now, his wife that they mentioned here, Sheila's my cousin. Sheila was my cousin. And I knew his brothers. Bobby pretty much has known me since birth. So it says here he's survived by his fiancee, Paula, his daughter, Raspberry, and his son. We call him Bobby, but Robert Marshall Jr. The way that Bobby impacted me in the martial arts was two things. First of all, he introduced me to Grandmaster Sterling Johnson. And when I was about 17, and Sterling was still a really big deal in martial arts, Bobby introduced me to Sterling and had me talking to him. And Sterling and I had some conversations then. I didn't know I was going to meet up with him again years later, but that's where I first met up with Sterling. Sterling is now a 10th degree in George Dillman's system of Ryukyu Kempo, as well as other rankings he's had. He has most likely from Simba, because I know Sterling is also Simba. And the thing about Bobby is the first person also who told me about finger locks and joint locks. And apparently he had to use some of his martial arts training when he worked at St. Elizabeth's Hospital, just in terms of being able to, keep from being attacked by patients without necessarily doing a lot of harm to the patients. So he was the first person to show me about finger locks and about some of the stuff that you can use on your keychain. So he was telling me that, since I'm doing karate and stuff, I should also look into jiu-jitsu. I didn't even know what in the world he was talking about. But he was telling me, yeah, they use it at work a lot. And one of the people that spoke at Bobby's funeral was somebody who did security. So I'm guessing working in a mental institution, St. Elizabeth's, yeah, Bobby probably knew just how important it was for you to be able to restrain people without doing a lot of harm. Okay? So, I was really hoping, too, that one day if I ever got a dojo that I could have Bobby come in and talk to people. But I guess that's not meant to be. So rest in peace, Bobby. Bobby also was very extremely funny. And one of those spur of the moment, just natural comedian type of guys who always made you laugh, always made you smile. So I'm going to miss him. And the world is definitely not it is not better without him. I'll say that. This is Sensei Steve Shorts, Stephen Frazier Shorts. He passed away this year. I went to his funeral. Mr. Shorts, I still call him Mr. I keep still calling him Mr. Shorts. Steve was the person who gave me my first degree black belt in Taekwondo. One of the hardest tests I ever took in my life. And he was survived by his daughter, his wife, his sons, and just the man just had a whole community of people who love him and who miss him. I can't do him justice by just talking about the things that he did. I will say he was definitely a maverick. He started off on the Simba, but he eventually went off on his own and blazed his own way with making Viper Strike Taekwondo. I don't know if you can see some of these comments that have been left here. I think the best way I can describe the effect that he had on me was to talk about something that happens behind the scenes. And Sean, if you're listening, please don't get mad, brother. You know this is all love. I was one of the brown belts who was there, who was judging when Sean had took a test, and Sean didn't pass the test. The thing that really got me about that day is the way that Steve reacted. He was hurt. He was mad. He was upset. It was like I would have thought that Sean was his son the way he was going off about that. And man, I honestly, I hate to say it, I felt so bad. I ain't feel bad for Sean. I felt bad for me. Because I knew that up until that moment, I was not capable of loving a student as much as I could see that Steve loves his students. I mean, he was doing the, you know how like you try to act like you not mad. If you a guy, you try to act like, you know, you mad, but like you don't feel some type of way. You try, you know, try to stay hard, but that feeling still comes through. I saw that, man. I was like, this man really cares about his students. And I was just like, I didn't think that I could ever have that in me. So the main thing he taught me, and just the amount of energy he always gave when he taught, and the way he built up that Viper Strike Club, they are still teaching at the community center where he used to teach at. Some of the other people that studied under him, they still going, and they are going with the vibe that he put forth. That's all because of him. Man, this dude cared about students so much. Years. I mean, sometimes I would drop in on him after I stopped training and I started going off on my own. I just drop by and say, what's up? Even when I was there, it was always somebody who was an alumni of his club coming by to say hi. Like you come by to see your uncle or see your daddy because you in town. He was nothing but the truth, man. He definitely was somebody who espoused the values that we should all try to espouse and live up to in the martial arts. And he wasn't big head or nothing about it. That was just him. He just had that type of personality that just warms you up, welcome you in, you know. And another time when he chastised me because he told me to my face. He told me to my face I was selfish. I couldn't believe this dude is telling me to my face I'm selfish and I need to stop being selfish and give back and stop hiding out here in these low ranks and stuff. And there were other people there. If you find them, they'll tell you. And normally if somebody get on my case like that, I get defensive. But he was just so, the way he did it, man, it was just so true. There was nothing I could say but just, yes, sir. Because it was the truth. So this man, he helped me move beyond selfishness. If you're an instructor, you really can't be selfish. Not if you're going to move people and make changes in their lives to get them to trust you and get them to want to improve themselves. So that's what I learned from him. So there are two angels, two strong brothers that have gone on to be with the Lord. Bobby Marshall, Steve Shorts, I miss y'all. If you didn't know. And to everybody that left behind, they have definitely made our lives a lot better. And I know that they are doing some good things up there as they've gone on home to be with the Lord. And this is installment number 2 of Heaven's Dojo. If you have people that you would like to be featured in Heaven's Dojo, don't send them to me. Put them up on your channel and send out the link so we can all learn about people, everyday people who are doing extraordinary things, in my opinion, for the martial arts. So thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people like to talk about the martial arts. Rest in peace, Bobby. Rest in peace. Get ready to call him Mr. Schwartz again. Rest in peace, Steve. And peace.